The question every cat lover wonders, have you ever watched your cat curl up beside you? Press their forehead gently against your arm, or follow you from room to room like a tiny, silent shadow and wondered, do they actually see me as their parent? It's a thought that slips into your mind during those quiet moments. The ones filled with soft purrs, half-closed eyes, and trust so deep it feels ancient. Today, we're stepping into that question, not as scientists in white coats, but as humans who have loved, cared for, and been chosen by a creature who doesn't give their heart easily, a wild heart in a safe home. To understand what your cat really feels, we need to start with who they are at their core. Cats are born with the instincts of wild, solitary hunters. Yet somehow, they choose to live in our homes, sleep on our beds, and sometimes on our faces. Beneath their elegant confidence lies a little creature who remembers every moment you kept them safe, the nights you stayed up with them, when they were sick, the times you brought them warm food, and the countless times you let them claim your sweater as their kingdom. For a species designed to survive alone, choosing companionship says more than words ever could. The secret behind their slow blink. If you've ever thought your cat was silently judging you, here's a surprise. That slow blink they give you, the soft, lingering one, is their version of saying, I trust you with my whole world. Kittens give slow blinks to their mothers, a way to say, I feel safe. When your cat slow blinks at you, they're not just being cute. They're acknowledging you as someone who brings security, warmth, and emotional comfort. It's a gesture soaked in affection, the kind they reserve only for those who've earned it. Why they follow you everywhere. You walk to the kitchen, they're there. You go to the bathroom suddenly, you have company. You try to close the door, your cat protests like they've been betrayed. This isn't random behavior. In the wild, kittens follow their mothers for safety, food, and guidance. Adult cats, who normally travel alone, don't follow anyone, except they follow you. That soft trailing behind your footsteps is their way of saying, where you go, my world goes too. They bond with you using kitten instincts, because in their heart, being near you simply feels right. Science has something to say. For years, people assumed cats were too independent, too mysterious, too cat to form parental bonds. Then researchers began paying attention. Studies on feline attachment found something astonishing. More than 65% of cats show the same attachment patterns to their humans as babies do to their parents. When you leave, they notice. When you come back, they seek reassurance. When they're stressed, they look for your voice, your scent, your presence. Your bond isn't imagination. It's measurable. It's real. And science agrees. They never forget kindness. Cats have long memories, especially for the people who've shown them love. The moment you rescued them, fed them, held them, or simply sat quietly while they learned to trust you. Those moments live inside them. Even if your cat sometimes acts like you're merely staff, deep down they remember who made them feel safe when the world felt too big. They may show their gratitude differently, not in tail-wagging excitement, but in soft head bumps, gentle purrs, in choosing your lap over the entire rest of the planet. The meaning behind their midnight visits, there's something sacred about those nighttime moments when the world is quiet. The lights are off, and you suddenly feel a warm little body curl against your side. Cats seek their mothers at night for warmth and protection. As adults, they don't outgrow that instinct. They just redirect it toward you. When they sleep against your chest, your heartbeat becomes their lullaby. When they sleep near your face, it's because that's where kittens sleep with their mothers close to the breath that kept them alive. Those midnight cuddles aren't random. They're a confession of trust. They act spoiled because they're supposed to. Ever notice how your cat demands food like royalty, cries for attention when it suits them, or plops on your laptop the moment you open it? Believe it or not, kittens behave the same way toward their mothers. They demand, they call, they interrupt. They insist on being noticed, and you respond, maybe with an eye roll, maybe with laughter, maybe with that familiar fine, you win sigh. But the truth is, responding is part of the bond. Your cat learned that you'll show up just as a parent does. So yes, they're spoiled. But they're spoiled because in their mind, they're still your baby. The gentle head bump. A cat's head bump isn't just adorable, it's a declaration. Kittens rub against their mothers to transfer scent, creating a shared family smell that makes them feel safe. When your cat presses their forehead into you, they're including you in their inner circle. They're claiming you, yes, but they're also trusting you. In the animal world, that trust is priceless. You don't earn it by force. You earn it by love. The soft power of your voice. To your cat, your voice is more than noise, it's home. Studies show that cats recognize their human's voice instantly and respond differently to it compared to strangers. It's the sound they associate with dinner, comfort, safety, and affection. Ever notice how your cat appears out of nowhere when you start talking to them? Or how they seem calmer when they hear you? That's because your voice works the same way a mother cat's purr does for her kittens. It grounds them. It reassures them. It tells them you're safe. The moment they choose you, there's a moment sometimes big, sometimes tiny, when a cat decides you're theirs. Maybe it's the day they finally curl in your lap. Maybe it's the first time they fall asleep on you. Maybe it's the first slow blink you ever receive. Cats don't give that moment easily. They choose their family with care. And when they choose you, it means you've passed every test their heart required. What it really means to be their parent. So, do cats really think of you as their parent? Not in the human sense. Not in a way that replaces their biological mother, but in the way that matters most. You are their source of comfort, their provider of safety, their steady presence in a world that can feel overwhelming. You are the being they return to when they're scared, tired, hungry, or simply in need of warmth. You are the heart they trust, the home they recognize, the constant they rely on, the truth behind every purr. Your cat may never say, "I love you." They may never write you a poem or buy you flowers, though they might bring you a dead lizard. And honestly, that's close enough. But in their universe made of scents, warmth, instincts, and soft rituals, you are the one who matters. Not because you feed them, not because you clean their litter box, but because you've become their emotional anchor. So tonight, your cat jumps onto your bed, curls into that familiar ball, and lets out that tiny sigh of relief. Remember this. You're not just someone they live with. You're someone they trust with their most vulnerable moments. Someone whose presence softens their world. Someone they come back to again and again because something inside them whispers, "This is safe. This is home." And maybe, just maybe, that's what being a parent feels like.